Hello there. There's a big hoo-hah brewing over those infamous secret Brexit so-called impact statements. But if they are so important, how come Parliament happily voted to trigger Brexit without them? If you remember, the shadow Brexit Secretary Keir Starmer managed to win a vote in the House of Commons that would get the Queen to order the Brexit Secretary David Davis and his team to hand over Brexit paperwork to the Commons Brexit Select Committee. Many people like myself were sure that any negative information within the released documents would then very quickly be leaked into the public domain in order to scupper any Brexit negotiations, with the aim of trying to keep us in the clutches of the European Union. The papers were released, but the information within them was obviously not damaging because the Remainers have kicked off and now accuse David Davis of all sorts of skulduggery. Mr Davis has made it quite clear that sectoral analysis of the UK economy had been conducted, but none of this included what could be called impact assessments. He hadn't handed any impact assessments over, he said, because they did not exist. I have not used phrases like impact assessment except to say we don't have one. That's not my phrase, he told the Brexit Select Committee. Sectoral analysis was used for a real reason. It's the analysis of what the sector looks like. And a report in the FT on the 1st of November does say, insiders at the Department for Exiting the European Union say the reports are unexciting. They describe them as sectoral analysis rather than impact assessment studies, considering issues such as exposure to EU regulations, reliance on European markets and possible alternative markets. Anyway, the Remainers got him to hand over the papers and are not satisfied because they do not contain the damning information they were so sure was there. Now they're saying that he should have done impact assessments because they are so important at this stage in proceedings. But the Brexit Secretary did go on to explain that Whitehall has not conducted impact assessments because of the type and size of the paradigm shift we are facing that would make any such attempt to analyse a fruitless exercise and a waste of resources. But what really bugs me about this, though, is that Parliament voted to have a referendum without impact assessments. We've been through the whole referendum procedure without impact assessments. We've seen copious debates in Parliament without impact assessments. We've seen court cases over Brexit without impact assessments. And we've seen Article 50 triggered by a huge majority in Westminster without impact assessments. So all the political hot air being expended right now is just a waste of oxygen and shows the shallow and desperate nature of the ongoing Remain campaign. Now to the Prime Minister. So far today it looks like Theresa May is being given an easy time after the completely disastrous ride she had at the hands of the DUP on Monday and yesterday's press hammering. And Jeremy Corbyn dismally failed to hammer any balls into the back of the net of the open goal during Prime Minister's questions this lunchtime. The only real skewering she did get was from her own Brexiteers Peter Bone, Jacob Rees-Mogg and Bernard Jenkin. Peter Bone asked whether the government was on course to deliver what the people had voted for and also offered to go with her to the next set of talks in Brussels. Bernard Jenkins said that the new trade deals with non-EU countries would not be possible if the UK remained shackled to the EU. And Jacob Rees-Mogg asked her, "Before my right honourable friend next goes to Brussels, will she apply a new coat of paint to her red lines, because I fear on Monday they were beginning to look a little pink?" And her rather icy reply was, "I can happily say to my honourable friend that the principles on which this government is negotiating were set out in the Lancaster House speech, they were set out in the Florence speech, and those principles remain." As I said yesterday, the Brexiteers' poker hand may well have become stronger over the last 24 to 48 hours. Let us know what you think by leaving a comment below. Thank you. please do like and share this video. And also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.